Hey everyone, welcome back to Insights Into. Right now, the global trade landscape is a battleground, and at the heart of it is a relationship between the U.S. and its closest neighbor, Canada. Tariffs, threats, uncertainty. It's been a crazy few months. Today, we're bringing you Carney lays out exactly what Canada needs from a trade deal with the United States. He's talking about a right deal for Canada. What does that even mean? Let's hear it directly from him.
Industry, businesses, Canadians, they are anxious and they are concerned. They don't
He's hitting on a huge point right off the bat, the damage uncertainty does to the economy.
They like resolution, but they'd also like they want the right kind of resolution. They want
Notice the emphasis here. This isn't just about a deal, it's about the right deal for Canada.
And
a very strong
the
stance.
Negotiations are at an intense phase. It's a complex negotiation. You see with the various trade deals that have been agreed by other jurisdictions, European Union yesterday, Japan before, Indonesia, etc., the United Kingdom, that there are many aspects to these negotiations. We're engaged in them, but the assurance for Canadian business, for Canadians, is we will only sign a deal that's the right deal, that's a good deal for Canada. We're representing Canada, we're standing up for Canada. The United States and Canada can do many good things together. We have done that in the past. We can do more in the future, but on fair terms for our country.
Is it your expectation that any deal that we may be near would be somewhere in the ballpark of what we've just seen with the Europeans, 15% across the board? Is that acceptable?
Look, we have some similarities.
This is Carney laying
with
out
the European
Canada's
Union in
leverage.
terms of,
They're not just a neighbor, they're a massive economic
with the
player
United
for the
States.
U.S.
We're one of their most important trade partners. Number two, depending on how you measure it, both imports and exports. We, like the European Union, are one of the largest investors in the United States. Our companies, our pension funds, others invest heavily in the United States. We are also partners in defense and security with the United States, as you saw with the agreements at NATO just last month. So there are similarities, there are differences. One is geographic proximity. Secondly is Europe. I'll give you one example of the difference. Europe, in that agreement yesterday, made commitments to buy American energy. Europe needs to fully get itself off Russian energy. So they're going to buy American energy to help them do that.
And here's the
America
absolute kicker,
Canadian
the energy
Get a
dependence.
Canadian electricity.
This is Canada's ace in the hole,
The only
and Carney
reason
is
we
making
run-
sure everyone knows
they
it.
run a trade deficit with Canada in goods and commodities is because they import around 4 million barrels a day in Canadian energy, as well as that electricity and other. So we're in a different position. Similarities, there are differences, and that is why these negotiations, whether it's with our negotiations, which is all is where we're focused, but whether it's the other ones with Japan or European Union, they're different. They're tough negotiations, as they should
Despite
be.
all the tough talk,
as I say,
Carney
we're standing
still
up for
sees a
Canada,
path
Canadian
forward.
interests. Of course,
That's
the United
diplomacy
States
at
is
its
looking out,
finest.
The president's looking out for the interests of American workers. There is a landing zone that's possible, but we have to get there, and we'll see what happens.
Does that landing?
I know that's. It may seem like it's a long way from a trade discussion at the end of this week to that, but that's the real component of what we're doing, and what we're really spending the vast part of our time on is what we can control, and building the country together, bringing the country together, and then building out the country.
All right, you just heard it straight from Prime Minister Mark Carney. That was a strategic masterclass in defining Canada's position in these high-stakes trade talks with the U.S. So, what are the key takeaways from Carney's message, and why should you care? First, Carney made it crystal clear, Canada is not desperate for just any deal. He repeatedly hammered home the phrase, the right deal for Canada. Second, he powerfully laid out Canada's strategic importance to the U.S. Carney reminded us they are the U.S.'s number 2 trade partner, their largest investor, and a crucial defense ally through NATO. Third, he drew a fascinating comparison to the EU deal, highlighting how Canada's position is unique. Finally, despite the tough talk, Carney still believes a landing zone for a deal is possible. This means while they're standing firm, they're not shutting the door. This speech shows us that Canada is unified, strategic, and determined to protect its interests.
What do you think of Carney's message? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
If you find this video insightful, please subscribe to the channel to stay informed, inspired, and on top of what's happening today. Until next time, stay curious, and we'll catch you in the next insightful video.